This video is sponsored by RM Risk Management.
Hello Blues fans and welcome to the final match preview of this very relentless Christmas/New Year schedule as we prepare to take on Wigan at the Brick Community Stadium, a very different name to what we used to in the 2010s with the JJB and the DW Stadium. But yeah, we face Wigan next and I'm sure it's going to be a tough game. I mean, the last game we played against them was very close, wasn't it? It was that 2-1 victory where Scott Wright scored towards the end, producing some fantastic limbs from that home end and definitely one of my favourite goals of the season. But in terms of our last league game, it was the New Year's Day 1-1 draw with Stockport where we were very much holding on towards the end, weren't we? Because Stockport are piling on the pressure. They hit the post towards the end. Christoph Clara cleared one off the line, didn't he? And really saving Bielik's blushes. And after the game, he spoke on the Birmingham YouTube sites about, I suppose it was the only game this season where we've actually been properly dominated towards the end. And they were piling on the pressure, more possession, more shots on target. And thankfully, we walked away with a point which extends our unbeaten run to 10 games. And although we've now lost that 8-game winning streak with back-to-back draws with Blackpool and Stockport, we are still stretching out that unbeaten run. And with the relentless schedule that we've had, I mean, I know other teams in League One have had the same schedule, but we've had quite a few injuries to contend with as well, especially in the wide areas. And I think that's where we suffered on that New Year's Day fixture because Taylor Gardner-Hickman was playing a bit further forward, Alex Cochrane pushing up as well, and the shape kind of had to change because of the personnel missing. And Alfie May scored a fantastic goal, didn't he, on 5 minutes, but he was taken off maybe a bit too early because he looked like he was offering quite a bit going forward. And I think the decision making in the final third kind of let us down in terms of getting 3 points with Jay Stansfield in a perfect position to pass to the returning Scott Wright, but opting to shoot. And I feel that point did really change the game and give Stockport a bit of impetus to kick on and get themselves a point. And fortunately for us, it wasn't 3 points for Stockport. But up next is Wigan. Very low scorers in the league, actually. Only Burton and Stevenage have scored less goals than Wigan, but they're not conceding a whole lot of goals as well, so it works kind of both ways. And ahead of the game, we spoke to Barry Worthington, a returning guest, Progress with Unity podcast, Wigan Athletic podcast, lovely guy. And here's a fantastic story that he supplied about Trevor Francis, Alf Ramsey, and Wigan being accepted into the Football League, as well as his predictions for the game, recapping what happened at St Andrews earlier on in the season and predictions for the rest of the season too.
Hi, Barry Worthington from the Progress with Unity Wigan Athletic podcast, and I'd like to wish Blues Focus and all your listeners a very happy New Year, and hopefully 2025 will bring to you what you're hoping it will do, and I'm sure everybody can guess what that is. Every time we play Birmingham City, it gives me a little opportunity to reflect back on some events that took place in 1978 and an FA Cup tie between yourselves and us. We were a Northern Premier League club at the time. Birmingham were in the top flight with Sir Alf Ramsey as manager, Trevor Francis keep birching up front fire, and a really good team. And we drew, like I said, in the third round of the FA Cup, tie to be played at St Andrews, and I came down for the game that day, and I was blown away by just how good Trevor Francis were. Never seen a player of his quality before, and I don't think I've seen one since. Absolutely sensational. But the main talking point from that game, even though we lost 4-0, was the impression that we made not only on Birmingham City as a club, but also Sir Alf Ramsey as an ambassador, because he vouched to canvas for us at the AGM of the Football League in June to get us into the Football League. Back in those days, of course, it wasn't an automatic promotion and relegation system. It was election via votes of what was really a close shop. But Sir Alf, being true to his word, did canvas for us, and we beat Southport after tying with them. We ended up with 27 votes to their 22 and replaced them in the Football League, and the rest, as they say, is history. So always got a little bit of a soft spot for Birmingham City and also for Trevor Francis, who was sensational, and Sir Alf Ramsey, of course. Coming up to the time now, you're facing us at the Brick Community Stadium on Saturday. You've actually only won twice in Wigan, So I'm hoping that that run is going to continue on Saturday. Reflecting back on the game that we played down at your place earlier in the season, I was very disappointed to come out of that with no points. I thought, especially the second half, we'd more than put on a great display, and we deserved a share of the spoils, but ended up going down to 10 men when Stephen Sesson-Young had to leave the pitch injured, and we'd used all our substitutes, and you got an injury time winner, which it was a bit of a blow, to say the least. So what can you expect on Saturday? Well, we've turned in a little bit of good form recently, and we've had some good results. We lost, unfortunately, at Wrexham just before New Year. We went down 2-1, again with a very late goal scored by Fletcher, who they brought on as a substitute. But to be honest with you, the plaudits that we got from that game, from not only from Wrexham supporters but also from the media, suggests that we are on the right track, and we'll be moving up the table very shortly. To a man, people have said that we deserve to have won that game, and we did. We dominated it for long spells, created the best chances, just couldn't put them away. So what can you expect from us on Saturday? Well, we'll be playing with our usual system of 4-2-3-1. We'll have Dale Taylor up front, no doubt, even though we are rumoured to be bringing in another striker this week. But I'm sure Dale Taylor will be starting. He's a lad on loan from Nottingham Forest, and he's been playing exceptionally well this season. Really good off the ball, on the ball, dropping deep, turning, first touch is fantastic. But he's one of the kids, he's one of the young people. Again, I think we've got the second youngest squad in the division, so that's one of our problems, finding the consistency that you often struggle with a young team. We do seem to play better away from home or against the high flyers who are going to come at us. So I suspect you'll be coming down up to our place with the view to taking the 3 points and be coming at us, and we'll be looking to contain you, keep possession, and then hit you on the break. And I think that's the way that the game's going to unfold. We've just got a little bit of an injury crisis in centre midfield. We've lost Ty Francois, we got from Fulham in the summer. He's out for the season with an ankle ligament injury. We've lost our quarterback in Matty Smith, who's unfortunately had a really severe hamstring injury, and he's going to be out until March. And to top it all off, Babradiko, who's come through the ranks at the club, he's just found an absolute brilliant piece of form. And again, at Wrexham, down he goes after half an hour with an hamstring injury. So he's looking like he's going to be out for 6 weeks. So 3 of our centre mids are out. So we're down to bare bones in there. But there's enough quality in our squad to compensate for that. I'm looking forward to a really good game. And do you know what? If we can keep Alfie May quiet, because he's always a threat against us, and he always seems to score against us as well. But if we can keep him quiet, I think we're going to nick this game, and I'm going for a 1-0 Wigan Athletic win. I don't think it'll hamper you too much as the season progresses, and I can see you going up as champions, if I'm being honest. I didn't pick you to go up at the start of the season. I thought that was going to be Huddersfield and Lincoln City for some very strange reason. But no, I'd go with yourselves and possibly Wickham, who I think just know where to ground out to win. And it's nice to see one of the little clubs up at the top as well. So good luck for the rest of the season. I hope you have an absolute stinker on Saturday. We'll do our best with the weather and everything else to upset you. But I hope you enjoy your visit to Wigan, apart, of course, from the actual result itself. So all the best, like I said, for the rest of the year, and up the six.
So that was Barry there. And I think with Wigan's goal scoring record, I think I'm going to go over 2-0 victory for Birmingham. We don't tend to score more than 2 goals in games, don't we? And throughout that winning run, it was those 2-goal margins, wasn't it? Where it was either 2-1 or 2-0, just kind of grinding out results. And hopefully we can get back to that way We're on 50 points at the moment, which has already equalled our tally for last season, which, yeah, all in truth, wasn't that hard to beat. But yeah, in second place now, and with Wickham and Wrexham having home games on Saturday, you kind of feel that this game is a really important one to win to maintain our position within that pack. So if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. Leave your team predictions down below, as well as a score prediction as well, because me and Tommy are going to be doing a podcast on Sunday, kind of recapping the Christmas/New Year's fixtures and looking forward to the rest of the season as well as a preview of the Blues women's season as well, because they're top of the league as well. So make sure to tune in for that on Sunday. Really excited for that. Like, share, comment and subscribe, and most importantly, keep right on.